my gosh, guys, that's really good. Oh my god. Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to do something different. We're going to try to make a cooking or food video because I've gotten a lot of messages from a lot of friends and family saying that I should try making a cooking or food video, and so today we're going to do exactly that. Today we are going to try to make instant noodles, but with a twist. I'm going to try and see if I can make this fancy. So on that note, that is why I'm holding my wine. Yes. So before we start, I want to put a quick disclaimer. I am not a good cook. I'm not a chef. I don't even spend that much time in the kitchen. The kitchen is a place of struggle, not a place of love and joy for me. But anyways, I'm gonna do this because a lot of my friends seem to think that since I'm so bad at cooking, maybe a cooking video would be funny. I'm bad with practical skills, but I like to think that I have a pretty good taste when it comes to food. And so we're gonna try our best. I've done some research. I Googled a couple of videos showing people how to cook, and we're just gonna try and see how far we can get. I've already picked out all the ingredients here on this table. This is our main star for the night. And so before we start, I'm going to quickly give you a close-up of everything that I have laid out on this table. And yeah, I'm gonna start here. I've got green onions or scallions, chicken broth, all-time awesome chili oil. We got a bowl, noodles. We've got lime juice and Spam, 25% less sodium. And we've also got seaweed. And I've got eggs. I'm probably just gonna use one to fry and put on top of the noodles. And last, but certainly not least, we've got fried onions. Get the lighting. There we go. But that's pretty much it. Oh, and I forgot. The minced white onions, I think. You know, one thing I wish we had right now is a cilantro, but I think for now, this is good. So to get started, I think I'm gonna start with boiling the instant noodles because this is probably gonna take some time. So this is the noodles. It shouldn't take too long. And there we have it. The noodles are ready. Now we're gonna chop up the other ingredients to go inside. So now we have our green onions chopped. I guess we'll just put them here. Okay. The next thing we want to do is probably cut the Spam. Shit. I think you just. Okay. I think you. I think. Oh, maybe you take them out. Like maybe you go like this. Like. Where's the fork? Obviously, you can tell that I've never made Spam before. It doesn't. Do you guys know how to take Spam out? Oh, there we go. It's working. Oh my god. Okay. So it's gonna be in a soup, and so I guess we'll just cut that way. Okay. Maybe this thick. Maybe one more. Alright, that should be good. We'll put the rest in the box. Oh shit. Okay. Alright. Good as new. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we have our Spam. Let's take the onions out first. Let me just... Okay. So now that we finished chopping up our ingredients, we're gonna try to make the broth with chicken broth and this stuff. So I think we're gonna add a little bit of oil. Ah, shit. So I put a little bit too much, and then I'm gonna put this on low heat. I think now the oil is hot enough. We're gonna add these onions in. Ah, shit. Okay. Okay guys, so I think the onions are ready. I'm gonna bunch them all into one side, and I think we're ready to put the Spam in. You know, come to think of it, I don't think there's anything gourmet about Spam, but we're gonna assume it's gourmet today. Alright guys, so I think the Spam is ready. We're gonna add a little bit of this minced garlic. There we go. So we're gonna use this one. This is chicken broth. I'm pretty sure this one is not expired. Yeah, this one's not expired for sure. All right, so we're gonna add this chicken broth in, and just maybe that much. Let me just stir it a little bit. All right, guys. So the chicken broth is starting to heat up. I'm gonna taste test this. Fingers crossed, it tastes good, but it's all right actually. Yeah, it definitely needs salt. We haven't added any salt yet so far. We're gonna add the instant noodle MSG, and after that, we're gonna add the last bit, which is the scallions. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna add this in, and hopefully, hopefully it works out well. All right. I'm gonna lower the heat because it looks like it's actually coming to a boil. I'm gonna put this on the lowest setting. So now that I have one instant noodle MSG packet inside, I'm gonna taste it to see if we need to add another one. Oh my gosh, guys, that's really good. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna add another one because I love MSG. Oh my god. It tastes great, but it's a little too salty. I'm gonna add a little bit of broth in to balance out that saltiness. Yeah, now it's perfect. All right, so now we're good. We're gonna add the last ingredient, which is the scallions. I'm gonna let that simmer for a bit, and then after that, the last thing we need to do is just pour it into our instant noodles. All right, so this is what the broth looks like right now. So I think the broth is done. And so I'm gonna take it off the heat. I think I'm gonna do one more thing, which is fry an egg. I have my small pan for the fried egg. I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil in and put it on medium to low heat. So once the pan gets a little hotter, I'm gonna put the egg in. Got my chicken egg here. All right. No. Ah, yes, there we go. Hey guys, so we are now at the last bit of this recipe. We have the noodles right here, and we also have the broth and the egg waiting on the stove. I'm going to pour the broth into this, and we're gonna add some condiments, and then for the last bit, we're gonna add the egg on top. All right, so we have the broth over here, and we also have the fried egg. We're going to add the broth first, and let's try that. Let me mix this in. We're gonna add some condiments, and we're gonna add first the spicy chili crisp oil. I think we'll add that much. We're gonna mix this in. I wanna try adding a little bit of lime juice to see what it's gonna taste like. I don't usually do this with my instant noodles, but given that this is fancy, I'm gonna try it a little bit. Mix it in a little bit. We're gonna add this fried onion condiment. We're just gonna sprinkle it on top because I like it crispy. And so the very last step, the fried egg. I'm just gonna plop this there. Our last condiment, which is seaweed. And then maybe take a couple and just lay it on. All right guys, so this is the final product. If you guys would like to follow along, I highly recommend it. It tastes pretty good, but I think it's fair to say though that if you add MSG to anything, it tastes pretty good. So on that note, I think I'm gonna pair this dish with a glass of wine. Now it's fancy. All right guys, Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please press like, press the red subscribe button down below. If everything goes well, I hope to see you guys next week. And I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go enjoy this.